It's the e-commerce minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts Bart Mraz and John Suter. The e-commerce minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's e-commerce minute, episode 215.
In today's episode, 604 opens first virtual sneaker store.
Bringing together virtual reality and e-commerce, sneaker brand 604 recently opened a VR sneaker store. 604 creates shoes based on commissioned art pieces. They commission talented artists to create original art pieces, then digitally print onto the shoes using specialized printers, otherwise known as DTG. Each artist is featured on a total of 604 pairs spread across 4 colorways, meaning they only make an average 150 pairs in each colorway. Each pair is laser engraved on the right sole with a unique identification number specific to that one pair. For example, a number on a shoe 016.109.604 denotes pair 16 of 109 made in that colorway of 604 total pairs in that artist collection. 604's retail space serves as an art gallery and a shoe store. The company calls the concept a sneaker gallery. It also allows virtual visitors to conveniently stroll around their flagship store, viewing the original art pieces while effortlessly adding shoes to their shopping cart. And here's the best part. It doesn't require a headset. Instead, shoppers can tour a 3D version of the store via a screen, similar to wandering around in Google Maps Street View. James Lepp, the founder of 604, explains, typical VR experiences are limiting because they require a headset. You can't type with a headset, and frankly, most people don't even have one. We don't want to have those constraints. Instead, our experience can be used anywhere, anytime, on any device. Lepp continues, you won't find a brand like ours anywhere else in the world, so the concept is new to all of our visitors. In the store, we can enlighten you as we guide you around. Online, however, it hasn't been so easy. With this virtual store, online visitors will gain much more insight into what we do. 604 partnered with Method Visual on the project, a leader in 360-degree photography and VR. Tim Enos, owner of Method Visual, asserts that what's most exciting is that nearly everyone can experience it right now, with practically no learning curve. It's intuitive, clean, user-friendly, and this is just the start. Both Lepp and Enos plan on improving the technology as more people start adopting VR into the future. While they won't discuss specifics, it's safe to say that the experience will only be enhanced as both companies grow. Our plan is to open up real galleries all over the world, explains Lepp, but depending on where VR goes, maybe it'll be more virtual galleries instead of physical ones.
Ooh.
The 604 store, I believe, is in Vancouver. So you can't go see it. Can't go walk down the street in New York, Bart. Sorry.
Well, you can go to Canada.
Canada. We can go to Canada. Do you need a passport?
So this is cool. I mean, it's a new way to explore stuff. But once again, a few days ago, we were talking about Snapchat. We talked about glasses. Well, we were talking about VR or AR. But you imagine that in glasses, and you walk in the store, and it just tells you all about the artist.
Yep. Instead of holding up your phone, and that's the clunky part about AR right now. It requires not too much work. That's not the wrong word. It requires too much interaction between the equipment and you. And the future of AR and VR is it should be effortless. But right now we're at that point where it's effortless if you have the right equipment, but then the equipment gets in the way of you just being. We're not quite there yet.
I mean, it's very early days. I mean, it's a really cool concept that you can just kind of explore the gallery and then read up on it. It's a lot of news for, like, I guess for stuff that has been done, because if you look at Google Street View, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, if you go onto their website, we'll have it in the show notes, 604.com. It's really, that's what it looks like. You come to it, you brought through the front door, and there's an arrow that kind of says, go left, and then the rest of it is just strictly like a street view kind of experience where you're clicking through into each room. As you come up, and the way the store or / gallery is set up, there are pieces of artwork on the wall, and they're big pieces. They're not just little drawings. They're usually big paintings or drawings. And then below them on the wall are displays of the different kinds of shoes in the collection. But if you click on the piece of artwork, a page comes up. You get a profile of the artist. It could be a video. It could be a story. It could be something else. And then you can shop the collection from there. Or you can click back, go back into Street View, and just click on individual sneakers. But what's neat is you can shop it. You can add things to the cart. can continue on. You can walk through the gallery and do a whole shopping experience from there.
Yeah. It's really cool. I mean, it's a good way to kind of give out a little bit. And then when you go to the gallery, then you can't do, it won't tell you anything.
Right. That's what that's what the CEO actually said. It was like the gallery experience, you're there, but it can't tell you what this tells you. Like you would have to either read the thing on the wall or ask someone, or this is more like, here's the information, here's what you need to learn, and you can kind of do it in your own,
Bringing us back to what I said earlier, glasses for galleries. Be fun.
Yep, glasses for galleries. So this is like a pioneering kind of thing, but I think this is going to be something that's, I kind of, if you listen to the article, it's a lot of from their press release, and it's very like, this is, if you look at the site, you say to yourself, gosh, this is so simple, but then you have to realize not a lot of people have tried this. So they are, kind of forward thinking. But I think when you look at this a year from now, this is going to be like, they're going to say, oh, well, they were pioneers, but look at what else we've done since then.
Right.
Because you've got the big retailers jumping on, and Walmart.
I mean, they're trying everything, right? Every retailer is going to try whatever technology that's out there. You would hope. They're still behind on things, but
yeah, I mean, you've got Facebook obviously with Oculus and all the stuff that they're doing. There were some stories, as I said last week. There's some stories coming up about Apple. My chair just totally went down.
Oh, we're leaving this in.
Oh, that was funny. I'm sitting there, and it was like I was in an elevator. My microphone just went. So Walmart launched Tech Incubator Store number 8 last year. So you're going to see a lot of freaky stuff coming out from those guys. And as I said, Facebook, it's just, we are in the early days. So here, I actually found a story last night. Apple is reportedly working on a headset with both AR and VR capabilities, codenamed T288, still in the early developmental stages, but 2020 release. The standalone headset will have an 8K resolution per eye. Per eye.
I don't know.
8K per eye. I think it just presses right up against your eyeball.
It's just my head. They just replace your eyeballs with those.
So, and it's going to have a new operating system called ROS, Reality Operating System. So these guys, I mean, you got to look at the headlights are coming down the road. It's, the next 2 years are going to be insane when it comes to this stuff. And the reason that it interests us so much is how does e-commerce fit into it? We've seen good implementations, some bad implementations. This gallery example I think is a perfect kind of like a simple AR, a simple way to do that. I think it works really well. And they got some great products, so it's pretty cool.
Yep.
All right. You got anything else to add?
Nah, I just don't want my eyeballs replaced by AR.
Apple branded eyeballs. All right.
I'm sorry. That's just the funniest thing ever. And when they break, they don't replace it. The Apple Care, you have to have Apple Care. If you don't have Apple Care, replace it. You have to get new ones. It's like,
yeah, because you can't pull the batteries out.
You can't. And some weird scrolling. The interface is something wacky. Oh,
you have to buy special.
What happens when you update it and then like it crashes because your update was just wrong?
Oh, you buy a cheap case, you buy a good case. Well, it's your eyes. You're gonna buy a good case for it, so you got to buy the Apple case.
Sorry, guys. Somewhere.
All right, is that it?
That is it.
All right, it's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. Whee! That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at Sumo Heavy.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.